Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, two O's, two B's, following the two N's from gundam.kt. And NASA announced last week that there was going to be earth-shaking news from the Mars rover. And in fact, news has leaked early from the Nobel laureates over at Anime News Network that they have discovered not life, but something better, because Sony Pictures has registered the domain gundammovie.com. And once you've let that sink in, even better for old school fans, especially of the Universal Century, they've also registered G-Saviour.com. Now this confirms officially the long-awaited return of the most beloved movie and member of the Gundam meta series. We are talking about G-Saviour, cinematic history. Now just a little bit of backstory for those of you unfamiliar with the original G-Saviour. It was created in 1969 to celebrate Gundam's 10th anniversary. It was directed by Ichiro Oda and a script by Downtown. The title theme was sung by AKB's mother Adele, and it was a ridiculous financial critical success. And after the previous success, Bandai and Sunrise, the companies responsible ultimately, they just decided they wanted to start fresh, and they just ceased acknowledging that the movie existed. However, after playing it coy for all these years, it turns out it was all a ruse, which, to be honest, we should have seen coming. The signs were all here. I mean, we've got it announced that we're going to be getting Gundam vs. G-Saviour Extreme Full Burst next year for the PS4 and the Xbox RROD and the Wii U. And even though the high grade, master grade, perfect grade, non-grade, and the MG version KA, which are now collector's items like all old Gunpla, they are not in the Gunpla Bible, but it's been announced that on Amazon.jp there's going to be a gold-plated Gunpla Bible devoted to just the G-Saviour kits, and it's going to become slabbed by CGC. Now back to the movie, what are we going to be getting? Joss Whedon, after his success with Star Trek, is going to be rebooting G-Saviour with the tentative title G-Save, brackets, 2013. Now this was a co-production between Japan and Canada, which means legendary Canadian actors who definitely made this movie the success that it was, they're already getting old in the tooth, which means the question of Cynthia Graves actor Will Smith, whose contract status has been up in the air due to the NHL labor dispute, but recently was re-elected to his second term as president, probably unable to return, which means his role's got to be filled. And what about Mark Curran Prime? It seems like Angus T. Jones of 2.5 Men fame has made his interest clear recently. And who's going to be playing Ranka Lee and Luna Maria Falcon, the female love interest in the memorable love triangle? They'll have to talk to General Petraeus. But most importantly for big fans and old school fans, Jesus will be back, as he always is, as the original Mark Curran. And he's going to be bringing along C-3PO, who apparently he built, we didn't know it, and R2-D2. This time, they're both going to be equipped with Ale Strike packs. Now, since this is Sony Pictures we're talking about here, you can guarantee that this is going to be classy, and I personally look forward to watching Gundam's origin and the death of old Uncle Garen every 7 years or so in the theaters. But even better, the plot has been leaked. Now, despite Gundam's long-standing policy of absolutely no aliens, considering that this is a serious super robot show, it seems like Mark Curran is going to meet an entity from Jupiter. And even though it looks like an onion, it is going to have a deep emotional backstory communicated through song. And during the course of the battle, a Black L symbiote is going to somehow cover his G-Saviour Mark II. And its new name, even though they're not even going to say it even once in the movie, they might put it in the credits, is going to be Titan, named after the famous Jovian moon that harbored this invasive species of herb for many centuries. Now, things seem good at first for Mark, with organic beam sabers sprouting all over the place, but over time, he's going to become a little moody and end up dancing around Luna City in a 28-meter mech, which is no good for anybody, before he realizes that if he doesn't get back to his original white tricolored scheme, it could be too late. Now, good news, this is guaranteed to pack in, as with every good Gundam series, 3 generations of protagonists, starting with the original Frito, his son Awesome, who is sure to run off and become an accountant at some point, and his grandson Hyundai. They're also going to pack in for 3 protagonists, 4 lead Gundams, which are going to be named Titan 01, Titan 02, Titan 03, and then just to mix things up at the end, the Titan SFX, which is going to have its famed Release the Kraken burst mode. Now, of course, 4 lead Gundams isn't enough, so we're talking 3 wares each, including a samurai-themed white tiger for Awesome when he comes back from his accountant school. But the big question, of course, is if this is only going to be one movie, that's only going to allow about 17 minutes of screen time for each of the leads. So, the big question that the editors are going to have to make is, will they split this movie up into 3 different parts during the editing? And is fans going to react badly? Because Yu Darvish's original novel treatment was 6 books hexology, and what are they going to feel when it's compressed into a mere trilogy as an attempt by the movie studio to put money back into the pockets of fans? Well, ultimately, let me just say this. Predictions. If the Avengers can make 1.5 billion Hong Kong dollars and the new Justice League vs. Thanos movie guaranteed to double that, it seems like it's only going to be a matter of time before we get the crossover we've all been waiting for. X-Men vs. Avengers vs. G-Saviour. Although the decision by BMB to insert longtime solo acts like Gurren Lagann and Lelouch into the G-Saviour team may come across as being controversial, I'm sure that Bandai can take it to the bank. So let me be the first to say, Sony, take my money. And Bandai, as many HG Saviors as you produce, I will be buying them all. So thanks for sticking around for this serious news, everybody. And yes, we'll see you at the premiere. Thanks for watching. Bye. Really? You're still here waiting for a joke at the end of a serious video? Well, all right. Dad? After all these years, is it really you? Yes, son. I'm sorry I wasn't here to raise you. I had ledgers to balance.